Hi, this video is about looking for articles that you see within a journal article's bibliography or list of references and trying to find additional sources and what to do if you find an article that looks really good, but it's older than one that you can use, and how you could still make use of that article or at least similar information. So we're talking about using the tool Google Scholar to help us with this process. At the moment, I'm in a search for an article about individual care plans for veterans. And I have found an article that is helpful called Quality Measures for Patients at Risk of Adverse Outcomes in the VHA. So I'm in this article, and then I want to explore the reference section to find out if there are additional citations that I might be able to mine for additional articles. And so when I get down here, I do notice that there are several articles we're in 2025 right now, so there are several articles that were published within that 5-year time period that I would be able to take a look at if they were relevant. But I wanted to point out this one in particular from 2022. It's citation number 2. And in the event that this particular article was one that I really wanted to use, but it's outside of the 5-year time frame, what I can do is I can either copy and paste the title of this article into a new Google Scholar search, or in the case of this particular journal, I can go to Google Scholar directly from here and see this particular article within a Google Scholar search. What I'm interested in doing is making note of this bit of information down here, the cited by. So according to this, 68 additional articles, newer articles have cited this particular article since it was published in 2018. So if I click this link, cited by, it runs a new search with the article that I was interested in using, but it was too old. It has this and the 68 articles that have since cited it since 2018. If I specifically want to make sure that my study population, being veterans, is prioritized in this search, I can click this search within citing articles and add the key term veterans. And I can see here that it just removed 3 of those 68 results. And so hopefully the 65 that I have here are focused on my target population. Now, Google Scholar does not offer a filter for peer review. So there is a review articles filter when you're running a Google Scholar search, but those are for review articles. So those would be for various kinds of literature reviews. If I want to limit for peer review or ensure that a result that I have is peer reviewed, one thing that I can do, it's a little bit of extra work, but I can look in the specific journal itself when I land on an article of interest. So let's just say I'm looking at this veterans' use of inpatient and outpatient palliative care. If I click on the article, and then I see that it comes from a journal called the Journal of American Geriatric Society, I now want to click on the publisher's webpage of this journal. And here is where I can look for evidence of peer review. It could be under a link within this page called About This Journal or Overview or Aims and Scope. Those are a few different places that you might be able to find it. So here, just this little paragraph right here doesn't tell us anything about it being peer reviewed. And if the word peer review is not specifically on this page, then using the control find option wouldn't help me. So I'm going to click on journal here and look at this overview section and see if it offers any information. And I do see peer review right here, our rigorous peer review process. Okay, so now I have evidence that this is a peer-reviewed journal, and if that were a very strict criteria for the journals that I'm searching, now I know that this can be used in my research.